I never thought I would be making this video after so many memes in my community about this game. But Trickcal Revive is finally coming to global. Now, it's not gonna be Trickcal Revive because it wouldn't make sense in global to call it Revive. This game was dead. They had like one of the worst launches in gacha history. And then they named the revived version Revive as a meme for Precone, which if you are a global player, it might not be a good meme, but for the Korean bros, it was a good one. So let's talk a little bit about what you can expect from this game. This is not going to be a beginner's guide. This is just so you can see what you could expect if you're thinking on playing this game, what you can do, what are the different type of game modes, the girls, etc. Before we start, as usual, leave a like, subscribe, help make it out the channel. Thank you to all my Petros for making this content possible. Love you all bastards. And hello the internets, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic is going to be Trickcal Chibi Go, which once again I never thought I would be making a video on because I've been waiting for this for more than what, a year already, a year and a half probably, a year and a half since I started keeping track of the game, and more than a year, or no, actually close to a year. Next month it's a year since I started playing this game myself on the Korean version. As you can see, finally on May 24 they posted for the first time after changing the profile and the name from Trickcal Revive to Trickcal Chibi Go, a QTC exquisite chicks collection based roleplay mobile game. And that's because this game main attraction, alright, it's the girls, the personalities, the story, and just pinching them. Okay, you can pinch them, and recently they added two more things. Not only you can pinch them, but you can also bonk, right? And you can also make them laugh. If you tickle them enough, they will try to resist at first, but then they will start laughing. That sounds awful, honestly. I could have worded that probably better. That said, this game, it's a game mostly about the story and a casual collector. It's a collector. It's an auto battler that also has some auto chess elements embedded on it. If you've played Precon, it's pretty similar, but also including that auto chess element where you can mix the characters, level them up, get in stars, etc. I will be showcasing gameplay itself and every single game mode when the game is about to come out and showcase you guys so you can see more. But I want to go a little bit over what you guys can expect. If you're interested in playing this game, Sefhi, is this a great game for a free-to-play player? Is this an interesting game? There is so many good characters, each one of them with their own personalities, and they barely release alt units. In my opinion, as a free-to-play player, you will really enjoy this game if you're looking for something to enjoy the story, to enjoy the characters, and overall, as a collector, like I was saying. As a free-to-play, I've gotten every single character but two right there. And I could have ticketed them because this game has the same system as Nike. So when you are pulling for characters, you will be able to keep these tickets right here. And every 200 tickets, you can exchange your Miliage for the current rate up girl. In fact, I exchanged yesterday this girl because I got shafted after way too many pulls. If you're curious about the gacha itself, it's a 3%, and recently they increased the rates for pilgrims. There is a pilgrim system, just like in Nike, for these characters specifically, called Eldains, and these girls have a lower chance. I think it's like a 0 point something. Don't ask me, I don't remember, but it's a little bit better now. Still, it's an awful system. I don't like when games have like those really low percentage characters, but it is what it is, right? Now, I've been mentioning this is more of a collector. What about the competitive side? Is there any activities I can participate and be a tryhard on? There is only two activities you could be a tryhard on if you wanted, and that's going to be PvP, which honestly speaking, you don't even need to be a tryhard in order to get all the rewards. And then solo raids. Solo raids is the only content where I will say you can't really tryhard. There is this solo raid and there is a different type of raid as well. This is where most people will be competing against each other. That is like the only thing. But even if you are a casual player, you will be able to get a lot of rewards just for participating. So just for participating in solo raid, you're getting a multi. Just for participating. And the rewards at the highest level are not that different outside of the cosmetics. So this is pretty good in my opinion because it incentivizes people to participate. You go, do your hits, you get the multi when it's over. Same for PvP. PvP, just for participating like 2-3 days at the beginning of the season, you will be able to get a multi, maybe 2 multis. If you have a really high level account, probably 3 multis. And then when the season ends, you'll also be able to obtain some really good rewards, as you can see, just for participating. Even if you were at the lowest rank, you will still getting half a multi. If you can get top 800 on your bracket, you'll be getting a multi for free. So PvP and solo raid, even though they are the only competitive game modes, they are not that harsh. You can be casual and still get all the rewards. There are guilds, but they are not something that you will be ever participating on, nothing. The only thing you do on the guilds is with your friends, you will be running a zoo. Okay, you run a zoo with your friends, you chill here, and you can send all of your pets on missions to get more carrots that you will be able to exchange for food for your characters. So it's a pretty laid-back game, it's a pretty casual game, a lot of really cool designs, a lot of really nice characters. If you care about progression, there is a bunch of different systems that matter a little bit more, but I will be talking about this again when the game comes out, because there is a few things that can really like brick your characters, if you will, or your resources early on, which doesn't matter long term, because again, the nature of this game, it's a casual collector side game. There are things you can be doing, but considering there is a stamina system in place, so you are limited how much you can play anyway, it is a casual one. Now, when it comes to spending, like I was saying earlier, it's pretty free-to-play friendly. Sefhi, what can I expect as a free-to-play? Can I get all characters? Yes, but you will not be able to get them to 5 stars. As you can see, when you get the character, it starts at 3 stars, like I got this girl the other day. But if you want to go to 5 stars, which is the maximum, and unlock their treasures, in this game they are called sites, you need to go to 5 stars. And this is where it gets more expensive for a free-to-play. You will be able to get basically your main team maxed out. But that's about it. If we're talking about, getting all the characters to 4 or 5 stars, no, you will not be able to, even if you play every day and min-max as a free-to-play player. Now, the good thing about this game is that you can buy dupes. When a banner is gone, there is this system right here for Miliage that's different than the normal one that will allow you to get copies of every single character. So this is a really good system that's pretty free-to-play friendly, like I was saying earlier, to just get your main team or your favorite characters to 5 stars. You can also farm dupes every day with the secondary type of stamina, if you wish, on the Cyberpunk game mode. So this is a rotation. Every 2-3 weeks, the characters you can farm will change, meaning you will be able to, like I was saying earlier, if you like specific characters, wait until they are hitting this rotation and farm them without having to worry about Miliage or anything else. The game follows the same pattern as Nike, which is a new character every 2 weeks-ish, unless it's a longer event, like for example anniversaries, but usually it's a character every 2 weeks. Now, like I was saying earlier, my favorite thing in here is that they barely do dupes. If we talk about Nike, they have a lot of characters that are just alts. In Nike for 2.5 years, this is a lot of units that are just the same on a different outfit. When it comes to Trickcal, they have released in almost 2 years, basically up here, 4 characters, 4 alt units, which I prefer a lot. I prefer new characters because it's a new personality, it's a new story you can enjoy more, rather than alts constantly. I know there are people who prefer the system where you actually have alts because they really love a character so much that they want to see more, but to me, I would just prefer if they get skins. And speaking of skins, and probably that's the last thing we'll talk about, we can show a little bit the shop. It's a pretty cheap game. It has things that some people will like, it has things that some people will dislike. So every new character that they release, there is new packs in the shop, the usual. Some are pretty cheap and pretty good. For a light spender, the only thing you need to worry about is the monthly cards. There are 3 types of monthly cards, which I know a lot of people will dislike. Basically 1 for gems and 2 for the different types of stamina. I will be explaining everything later when we start actually covering the game, before it's coming out. For now, the only thing you need to know is that by getting the monthly cards, you are set, you don't need anything else. The skins are pretty cheap as well. They are usually less than $10. I assume the conversion will be $10 for global. And you will be getting the skin itself, you will be getting some decorations for your house and some extra stamina. This is pretty good. There is also, of course, the usual mission pass, and they started recently doing a secondary mission pass that also includes another skin, as you can see right there. This is for one of the newest characters, Asia. So you will be getting pools and a lot of resources. In my opinion, battle passes are worth in this game with the monthly cards if you're like a low spender, and that's enough. It's more than enough to be way ahead of everyone else. Now, also before we go, I just want to mention that this game is slow. It's really slow. In a year almost that I've been playing, I am level 78. Now, granted, in total in this year, I might have skipped like maybe a month in between that I was not playing, but the rest of the time I've been playing. And I just recently unlocked getting past level 100 on my characters. So it's a really slow game where it's incentivized to be recharging stamina every day a little bit in order to keep progression going, because the only way of getting experience is by expending stamina. But again, I'll talk about all of those things when the game is actually about to come out. If you guys have any questions about the game, just leave a comment down there and I will be answering them. But I'm really happy that this game is finally coming to global. The website already has a few guides if you guys want to check them out in case you want to get familiarize yourself with the game, but I would wait until they announce when it's coming out, right? because they haven't even announced the date for the pre-registration so far. That said, that's gonna be for this yapping today. Honestly, no Nike drama because I was happy about Chibi game. We'll go back to our Nike CN tomorrow. That said, that's gonna be for this one. Love you all bastards. Good luck with your pool rates. I'll see you in the next one.